Okay, Miss Stacy Dash. Pardon the lighting. I like it as a mellow tone, mellow setting in my home. But Miss Stacy Dash, where do I start? First of all, let me say you're still beautiful, still a beautiful queen. But let me start off by saying you dug a hole or it was a gaffe simply because you were idolized in the black community, especially by black men, because then you were the ideal specimen for a fine black woman as compared to today. You still fine, but you effed up. Now, for you to say, one, no Black History Month, if Black history is all history and you were actually on one of the PSAs that said it, then you just want to wipe out all history then, because black history is everybody's history. We contributed too. Don't forget. Not just entertainment. Don't forget. Now, for you to say there should be no BET, newsflash, baby. You wasn't saying that shit when you was eating off of them BET checks off of the game, and when your show are getting residuals from being shown over and over and over again on networks like Centric and TV One and BET, which are black networks, and you still eating off of those checks. I didn't hear you saying nothing then. Now, I'm not even gonna touch on the fact about how you a Fox News correspondent. You're the black voice for Fox News. You ain't my fucking voice, excuse my French, but you ain't my voice. Cause I would never say anything as ignorant, belligerent, as stupid as that. Plain and simple. Now, moving back on to what you said about BET. You should know that BET was created because black entertainers were not being shown on other networks as prominent. The only thing that we really had to look up to was Primetime with Bill Cosby. And look what's going on with him. Another tarnishment in which we'll get into way later. But these networks were built for us, by us, even though Viacom does own it. So you looked rather stupid by saying that BET should be gone because it's creating, it's a segregation between the networks. We're all one people. Yo, dumbass don't even realize that Viacom is owned by a white man and they own BET. So in an essence, it might be a black network, but it's still owned by a white man. So what are you talking about? I've been scratching my head all day. I've been trying to formulate this because I couldn't even fathom the fact that you would let that come out of your mouth. You stand beside Damon Wayans. You on Jet Magazine, Ebony Magazine. You been on Black Hair Magazine. You been in Right On when it used to be out. Publication used to be out. They shut it down. Silence in the Black Voice. What's that other magazine? You had Right On. Word Up. Word Up magazine. Yeah, you've been in all of these black publications and on these black networks and stuff, yet you want to sit here and say that we shouldn't have them. My question to you is, if we didn't have them, where in the hell would you be? Where would your career be? Exactly where it is now. On the bottom. Which is why you're trying to gain notoriety by jumping on Fox News and talking junk about your own people so you can gain notoriety. So you can feel accepted. Newsflash, baby, you ain't gonna never be accepted because you were dumb enough to sit there and fall for it and then talk about your own people, and now you getting backlash from your own people, and then here we go later on, you're gonna be like, I don't understand why everybody's so upset. I'm just speaking my opinion and blah blah blah. Girl, bye. Now, the other side of me, the conspiracy side of me, says that I think she was under MK Ultra mind control technique at that point in time. But whether she was or not, that was still fucked up for you to say. Excuse my French again. I had to say the F word. My bad. Drop the F bomb. But just because you have lighter skin